My name is Sam Pedlow. I'm a professional beach volleyball player for the Canadian Olympic team. I've been playing professionally for Canada for the past 10 seasons. Professional beach volleyball player was never plan A for me. My parents were always very academically motivated. I finished my master's of physiotherapy and I thought that's really the career path I was going to be taking. After taking a break from volleyball and practicing physio, I kind of moved back into the sport, at which point I realized I maybe had the potential to take this sport beyond what I was previously achieving. I gave it a shot, eventually went all in, and that's put me in an amazing position to represent Canada at the Olympics this summer. I was originally introduced to Bauerfeind as a physiotherapist. After completing my master's in 2012 from the University of Western Ontario, I was a practicing clinician in an athletic care facility, and that's where the brand, really was brought to the limelight for myself. I think when I saw the response from my patients and the results I was getting, it drew me closer and closer to the brand. And then as I began to experience my own injuries, it was something that I began experimenting with myself. And ever since 2015, it's been on my knee every single practice ever since. The reason I choose Bauerfeind is their commitment to quality and performance. I think when it comes to being out in the sand at the level that I'm at, we can't have any what ifs. And I trust Bauerfeind to do what it is expected to do. I trust them that on match point in the World Championships, that I'm going to be able to perform at my top level. And when you have that level of trust, there really is no other choice. So preparation for the Olympic Games really begins 4 years ago. It begins in 2016 as we began to, schedule what will be the lead up to Tokyo 2020. Obviously, in the last year, 2 years, the preparation has continued to increase. The volume, the intensity of our training is continuing to ramp up into the pinnacle event, which is this summer. I think sometimes it's easy to get distracted by looking too far into the future, but we're here now and it's go time. So I'm excited to kick off this season and what should be an amazing Olympic run. Yeah, I think anytime you're preparing for a peak event and you're training at the intensity that we're training at, you're going to experience some setbacks. I think staying on top of those setbacks is really the differentiating factor between those who have a successful season and those who don't. Obviously, being a blocker, a larger guy, sometimes I'm at greater risk for those injuries. But with Bauerfeind on my side, I've noticed that I've bounced back quicker and I'm able to continue to perform at that peak level. So I'm looking forward once again to having them on my team this summer as I look forward to the 2020 Olympics. So recovery and injury prevention is definitely one of the things that's on the top of my list when it comes to fueling my performance. At 33, I'm not the youngest guy out there anymore, so I definitely feel it. And making sure that I can be ready for training day in and day out is top priority. So when it comes to recovery, that's something that I'm performing daily in order to be my best. Of course, I'm excited to have Bauerfeind at the Olympic Games again this summer, as they've been at many Olympic Games before that. I think it's not only an advantage, for them to be there for me, but for all the other athletes in the polyclinic as well. To offer bracing and medical care to anyone who needs it, that's huge. And I think that that's something that all athletes in the games should take advantage of if it's what they need. I'll definitely be using Bauerfeind products during the Olympic Games, whether it comes to recovering at night by using compression or using their braces on the court. I'm using them to perform my best. I think another huge advantage is flying. We're trying to kick jet lag. Tokyo's 13 hours away. Wearing compression on the plane and getting moving quickly after with compression on is one of the best ways that we can fight jet lag. I'm looking for a big performance in 2020, and I'm happy to have Bauerfeind on my team. I trust Bauerfeind in order to achieve my personal best.